Cut it, guys, Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we are here with more weekly resets sort of goodiness. I know it's kind of late and everything, but we are going to be here, of course, with the brand new weapon that is going to be the Nightfall reward this week. And it's going to be, of course, the loaded question itself. Now, this is a fusion rifle that I've done videos on before, but I will still say that it's a pretty dope-ass fusion rifle. And, of course, it is going to be the Nightfall reward this week. Now, you can, of course, get a depth as well because GMs are up. But the loaded question itself, this is a really, really nice fusion rifle. And for people who never got their Glacial Plasm, guys, if you missed that freaking event again, I swear to God, I do so many PSAs that people always miss the Glacial because it's legit the best high-impact frame in the game. But the loaded question itself, this is honestly a really, really good substitute for people who do miss out in the Glacial because you can get some really, really sweet rolls. Now, I do know Scatter Signal is like the be-all end-all when it comes to PvE fusions, but if high impact frames ever do become really, really solid, you might want to get yourself the loaded question because it's definitely one of the better ones to kind of go in with. And you will see on the screen all the rolls you can kind of get. So you'll see it has all the bog standard ones in terms of reservoir burst. It has the overflow as well, which is going to be great for ammo economy. It will, of course, have control burst as well. And it will be a fusion rifle in PvP that you can actually get firmly planted or under pressure on still. So they've kind of moved away from those sorts of perks from fusions because it makes them so good. But like you can get an under pressure Eye of the Storm sort of roll, and this could be absolutely nutty. Now, rolls wise, I have freaking unloading holster or I have Eye of the Storm. And then I have another roll as well for PvE, which is control burst and demolitionist. Actually, a really nice what's called perk setup. But when it comes to the loaded question, I still do think this is pretty dope. Eye of the Storm can come in really, really clutch in this thing. And if you can get the stability kind of going in this with like as the Masterworks and whatnot, you'll do absolute work in PvP. But as I said, loaded question for me is definitely more of a PvE weapon. And it will do insane damage there with the control burst. It's arc too, so it has that kind of going for it. But we're going to showcase exactly what this is like in both some PvP and some PvE. So without further ado, let's go into some PvP with the loaded question fusion rifle. Alrighty, so we are going to be joining a game in progress with the little fusion rifle I could. And get out of my face, buddy. Don't take my out. Yo, young man, I mean, you know there's rules of engagement in PvP. If I kill a guy, I get the special, okay? But this is, of course, going to be a loaded question. You can see it has a massively large charge time. Don't hit me, worms. But it's got a massive large charge time and everything. But the really nice thing is that if you do get the shot off, it will do so much freaking damage. Now, of course, he is pretty far away. I will get him. Of course, that is going to be a lot of range and everything. And oh my God, there's people everywhere. Yo, guys. Yo. What? He was shooting at me. What? We got him now. Oh, I got this guy as well. Oh my God. I'm telling you, of course, the damage, and that's a Monarch. But of course, the damage is there. So if you actually get the freaking shot off, you will annihilate people. So by the time you get the shot off, though, it is like, what, 1.5 seconds? I do think if you master high impact like this one, you will do work. Now, I will definitely say I have no chance here because they're like sniping around here. So if I actually peek up. Oh, buddy. God. But that's the timing. Like, you see how long that took me to charge up. Realistically, I should pre-charge that. And that's the thing. The whole point of high impact frames is that they do hit, but you're meant to pre-charge things. Like, you're meant to pre-charge these before you go around corners and whatnot. I'm just trying to swing people. Buddy. What is he trying to do? There's gonna be a dude down here as well. Yo, young man. Oh, buddy. Oh, it's so freaking sweet. As soon as you get the shot off, you can just absolutely destroy someone. I love it so freaking much. And he's dead. There's a guy here. Oh my God, he's freaking miles away. The one thing I will say about the loaded question, though, is that when it comes to rolls and everything, I will say it doesn't exactly have the best PvP rolls. Eye of the Storm, I will say, is really good, especially on a high impact frame, because if you're pre-charging this, you're most likely going to get to put 1 HP by the time you get your shot off and everything like that. But what I will still say about the loaded question is it doesn't really have any sort of successful warm-ups and everything, which honestly for this sort of weapon goes in real hard. Boys, why are you in spawn with a sniper? But obviously, successful warm-up, those sorts of perks and everything are going to be really nice. Frenzy can actually come in somewhat nice for reload or damage and whatnot, but yeah, it is just going to be kind of a personal preference when it comes to this. I do think that there is probably some other high impacts that people would rather kind of go in with because they'd be more sort of bad for your book, but I will still say that you can do work as soon as you pre-charge these sorts of weapons. And there's the Eye of the Storm as well. You can't absolutely annihilate it, and that's why I think Eye of the Storm with like a firmly planted roll on this could honestly be really, really dope. Now, freaking worms, leave me the hell alone. I will still say though that when it comes to the fusion and oh, that was a spectral blade we just killed. But when it comes to fusion, it's still really solid PvP. As I said, if you master these, you can do absolutely like work with them. I will still say though, and is that enemies? Oh my God, it is. I thought that was teammates. Why is the freaking thing all my teammates? What? Yo, young man, why are you running away from me, huh? Why is everyone just running away? I've got a free charged weapon here. We can go in with, and oh my God, of course you jumped. Oh, I need to freaking just panic station this. And no, not the shotgun. Died. My God, it was such a bad fight. But yeah, I will still say that if you get a roll of this, do not sleep in the PvP because you can actually do well with them. I just do think though that there's more kind of bang for your buck sort of fusion rifles to kind of go in with. As I said, a lot of the precision frames, like the main ingredient, everything will do a lot more for you and everything. Ooh, double kill. You know what, we're freaking sending it. Oh, buddy. He's running away on my ass. Oh my God, the double sniper fest out there. There's a boy here. Buddy. Oh, he's probably so freaking mad. That's why pre-charging is legit just what you have to do with these. But I still will say overall that the loaded question, really solid last fusion rifle. If you get your hands on a roll or two of it, you can do well with it. I will still say though, you got to pre-fire like that and everything, because if you don't pre-fire, you're gonna have a bad time. Now, yo, no. I thought he was half HP. He actually got his HP back. Or maybe it was someone else. I don't freaking know. I went down for the main. It's like, oh, here's a quick kill. But I will still say, yeah, loaded question. Definitely give it a shot if you have some rolls of it. As I said, good fusion rifles can do absolute work. But oh, I missed completely. But I will still say that there might be other ones people want to go in for. I will say loaded for me isn't exactly a PvP weapon per se. There's definitely more PvE rolls. But I will still say, do not sleep on like a firmly planted or under pressure. I had the storm roll because I do think honestly it could absolutely bang for you in PvP. Alrighty, so we're going to do the PvE side of things, of course, with the loaded question. And this is where it's going to be probably built more for, as I said. It wasn't bad PvP, don't get me wrong, but PvE is definitely where you're going to see the best sort of kind of potential of this weapon. Of course, it will have stunning recovery and everything too, so if there's any barrier champs, you can deal with them. It also have Vanguard's Vindication. Didn't really go over that. They're like the yards and traits and everything. But I will still say that, especially with the control burst, you can kind of get going on this. It means you can get the damage going really, really sweet and the RPM going as well. So there is like a toss-up between people. Some people are like, oh, you should use your freaking reservoir burst. It's so much better. Or you should use control burst. Like, both are honestly really dope. Overflow with reservoir can probably do a little bit more work than the old control burst. But you can see control burst is just so much more kind of bang for your buck, because it's legit just hit all your pellets and then you basically get increased charge time damage, whatnot. So but yeah, against big ass yellow bars and everything like this, you will do absolute damage to them. Like, look at this thing. Oh, the control burst and everything kind of going in as well. I do think that when it comes to this fusion rifle, it's a really, really solid one to kind of pick up. So doing the what's called, even like getting the death version or just doing the normal ass strike nightfall, I do think that it will be worth picking up a roll of this because it's just a really dope fusion. As I said, any sort of roll on it is good, but it has some absolute banger ones for a fusion and whatnot. As I said, control burst, freaking reservoir. Even if you don't want to go for them, you can go for things like frenzy, which is just a flat like 20 boost, which is obviously nice too. And it's arc too, so when it comes to high impact arc weapons, I don't think there's actually that many fusions you can kind of go in with. And if you have a good arc build, you can see look how much I'm able to spam everything out. Oh, the damage is just freaking nutty on this thing. I just love it so much. Loaded question, since its conception, has always just been such a good fusion rifle damage wise. But as I said, against big ass yellow bars like this is where you're going to see the most biggest effect on. Like you see, basically two-shot him. The control burst, the damage is just going to be so much better. And you can kind of see it's so easy to get control burst going. And that's why I honestly do prefer the control burst over the old reservoir. I know reservoir burst is great for just like general DPS and everything too, because of course you get the extra little explosion when you have a full mag or whatnot. But I just think that the damage buff isn't, the uptime is just too hard to get up all the time compared to of course just using normal what's it called control burst now, buddy. But if you want something that just hits like an absolute freaking truck like this thing, you can definitely see that the loaded question is one you should definitely be trying out now, buddy. Are you gonna chuck this at him? You're gonna miss him. Oh, he's gonna miss him. I freaking could see that coming. It was like a car crash in slow motion. I couldn't prevent it, but I knew it was coming. Okay, final boss time with the old loaded question, and I can't hit that shot, but this is where you might see the extra little bit of damage kind of going in. This is where scatter signal's a little bit better, and I have like actually no ammo. That's where scatter signal come in clutch and everything, because it does have slice, and of course it does have the control burst as well. But I do think that when it comes to this fusion, I think it's really worth picking up any sort of arc build and whatnot. I know there's a good few arc fusions you kind of get in terms of plug ones, which is another nightfall reward. You got some other few arc ones as well that can do work and everything. I just think though that when it comes to actual damage and everything, another question for me just hits. Okay, I don't know what it is about it. I know the charge time is just freaking there, but you can see stable wise, you can get some really nice rolls, you can get overflows and everything. And then you also have the control burst or the reservoir. You got a choice between any of your preferences of freaking different types of damage breaks, which for me is just really, really nice. So you're not just stuck if you're grinding out for rolls anyway, you're not just stuck with one roll. You can definitely see the damage when you have the what's called control burst going. It is going to be really, really freaking sweet. So yeah, I just think that overall, it's just a really solid ass weapon that if you do get some rolls off, I don't think you'll regret it at all. I think it's just a really nice fusion rifle. I know the charge time definitely is a hindrance to a lot of people. Some people hate how long it takes. It legit takes years. Why? Oh, it takes so long sometimes to charge and everything. But I do think that when it comes to the weapon, the payoff is just so much worth it. It's not like you're charging to nothing. I mean, the damage is just so sweet in these like high impact rounds. So yeah, super dope ass fusion rifle is going to be the nightfall reward this week. So if you want to get the normal version, normal nightfalls is where it's at. You want to get the adept, of course you got to do those GMs, but overall it's 100% worth picking up a roll of it because I just think it's one of the best fusions in the game, and you don't want to miss out on it this week because you might have to wait a while. Well, that is it for me, and of course the loaded question itself, I'm probably going to try farm out, get myself some good rolls of this because my rolls aren't bad. This was the one I was using PvE. Demolitionist, control burst. They're not the worst, but of course you can definitely get better for PvE. And of course, if you get an adept one, they'll be infinitely better. Anyway, but I do think that don't sleep on the old loaded question. I do think that this is one of the best fusions in the game. It's definitely one of the best you can get in PvE in terms of damage output. I know people are raving over this one up here, which is called the scatter signal. You can get things like slice and control burst and everything, which of course is going to be insane. It's craftable too, so everyone's crafting their ass off and just making this thing goated. And of course with different sorts of perks and everything, or seasonal mods and everything, Strand is insane. But I will also say, loaded question, this is a really solid one to pick up for any sort of arc sort of build. As I said, main ingredients are great, and of course the plug ones and stuff, but if you want something that hits mighty and freaking meatily, this is definitely one to pick up. You can get frenzy as well if you want to just have consistent damage output going when it comes to PvE. But I just think overall, load question, don't sleep on it at all, especially PvP. I was actually surprised when you have Eye of the Storm on this thing. It can come in really, really clutch because of how long this takes to charge up. You probably get Eye of the Storm procced by the time you're near like half HP. So 2 hand cannon shots, Eye of the Storm's procced, and you'll most likely get this shot off, and you can one-tap people. But regardless, if you liked the video, show us a like. I don't need some more content, subscribe, have a fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see the next collective in the next one.